Hello and welcome to another demo slash condition report, and today I have three fantastic Nintendo Game & Watch. For those who aren't aware, the Game & Watch was brought out by Nintendo between 1980 and 1991, and essentially it was a range of different handheld electronic devices that came in a number of different formats: silver, gold, multi-screen, widescreen, etc. And featuring some quite prominent names, so things such as Donkey Kong, Zelda, Star Fox, and Mario. And they really have quite a cult following. People really like the originals, and they've also more recently re-released some of these Game & Watch devices. Today I'll be talking you through these three. So we have Oil Panic, Rain Shower, and Zelda. So without any further ado, I think I'll probably just do them chronologically. So the first one out of these three is Oil Panic, this one over here. So I'll just move these further back. So I've printed out some instructions, but these three basically all work the same. But just to read out the aim of this one here. So it says, two customers are waiting at a gas station to fuel up. Meanwhile, an oil leak from a pipe on the third floor is causing confusion. Move station helper left and right by pressing the controls to catch the leaks in his bucket. Oil falls in drops. Helper's bucket holds the 3 drops. Move helper out to the veranda to pour the oil in his bucket into the boss's oil drum on the 2nd floor. Be careful not to drop oil onto waiting customers. So that's the aim of that one. So this one, as it showed there, is OP51, and this one was released in May 1982. It was the first of the vertical, so like this, the first of the vertical designs, and this was the 19th of that series. So as you can see on the front, try and get it's quite hard to film because it has this really shiny kind of machine finish, so you can almost see like semicircles just moving their way up where it's kind of been buffed its way along. Only very light wear on the surface here, and as with a lot of white electronics from the 80s and 90s, you can see that the yellowing has discolored slightly on the case here, whereas inside you can see where it hasn't been exposed to sunlight, it's much whiter in appearance. But I'll just continue showing you around. So you've got the front here, Game & Watch Nintendo Oil Panic multi-screen. And then on the rear, again, you can see that kind of just difference between a little bit of discoloration creeping in here, but then whiter around here. Model number OP51, as I've already mentioned. Battery bay, it holds 2 of those small 44 batteries. Other than that, yeah, I would say good condition. We need to try and get that shine out. Maybe we could just put it like that. Inside, you basically have the title at the top, Oil Panic, Game & Watch, left, right, and then you have Game A, which is an easier version, Game B, Time, and then 2 small settings. So here you have alarm and ACL. I think it's like all clear. So essentially, if you use a pen or another device, of course the manual says don't use a pen or pencil. If you do the ACL all clear, it will get rid of everything, and then you can set your time. But if you so you can see here at the minute it thinks it is 6:15. Sorry, it's really got, you have to get the viewing angle right on these ones. So if I put it like this, so it thinks it's 8:15 at the minute, and if I do hold down the timer, you'll see that it's saying that the alarm, if I hold down time, you'll see it goes to 12, and that's the alarm, and you know that because this person pops out the side to show you're on the alarm setting. So if I want to change the time from 8:15, you can either do the all clear and set it, and you set it using the left and right for hours and minutes, or what you can do is you can hold down the time button and then press alarm, and that will then allow me, as you can see there, to cycle through. So what time are we on now? 6:15. So if I go through, set that to 6:15, that's now the time set. So you can see 6:15, and I hold down the button, it'll still say that the alarm is for that time. If I want to change the alarm, I'll push the button and then I can cycle through. So if I go now let's say 6:16, because then maybe we can get it. and time again. And the way you know it's on is there's a bell just there. So if I push the button now without any time, the bell disappears, and I push it and the bell's back. So right now, oh, I've just set that to 18 now. I didn't go back. So we're at 6:15. The alarm is on, and if I hold it down, it says 6:18. So in 2 minutes' time, that alarm will go off. In terms of playing the game, as it mentioned, at the top you have this individual here, and he's catching oil drops that will drop down. And then when you move to the side, you're essentially throwing the oil out of there, or you're throwing the oil out of there, and that's then the same individual here. Is then throwing it down to this person here who's catching the oil, and you've got to be aware of the customers. One thing to note on here is there has been a bit of screen bleed, so that section there, that black and that black there, shouldn't be there, but it doesn't really matter. You know, occasionally you may not see a drop, but you know, it's not too bad. So if I start game A, you see game A, and then left and right, catching the drop there, and you can catch up to 3. So if I catch another drop, if I go all the way out to the left, you'll see that's throwing it down, but you need to make sure that that person is beneath you. So I'll have another go. So I caught the drop, I go out to the left hand side, throw it down, and they've gone over there again. So I've lost 2 lives. So I'll try and concentrate on this one. So go and get the drop there, get the drop there, out to the right hand side, and there they go. They caught it there, and you carry on until you've missed all the drops. So I'm going to let myself die, and go back to time. So we should have the alarm going off in 1 minute's time, and we know that because the bell's there. But whilst I'm there, again, it's in bar the bleed there, and slight discoloration that comes with most of them. It's in good condition, and it all works absolutely fine. Just knowing how long until the timer is going to tick over. Any moment now, surely. Yeah, so I've printed the instructions off. Kind of just gives you a bit more information, but essentially game A is it says for normal first time. There we go, there's the alarm going off now. Just press time and that will cancel it, and then I'll turn the alarm off. So that's the first of the 3. That was Oil Panic, and it's in its vertical format. So the next one I'll go on to is going to be Rain Shower, slightly more rare of the 3. So this one, Rain Shower, grab the manual. So yeah, Rain Shower LP57 is its designation. This one, rather than vertical, is a horizontal widescreen. This one came out in August 1983. This was the 30th overall for all the Game & Watches, but only the 2nd in the horizontal series. So really nice condition. This again, it has that kind of machined finish on the front. If you see on the back, LP57. The battery bay on this one, you kind of have to push down, use something soft to kind of push that bit down to release the batteries. No real discoloration because it's blue rather than white. Looking inside, we have Nintendo Game & Watch, Rain Shower there. This one, rather than just left and right, we've got a D-pad and move here, and then the same stuff, A, B, and time. So again, if I push down on this one, you see the time is currently set for 6:20 with an alarm set for 1:24. And then when you put the alarm on, the indication that the alarm is on for this one is this person comes over here lying down. In fact, no, that's a lie. It's this dog here. So if I turn the alarm off, you see the dog vanishes, and if I turn it back on, the dog's there. And the interesting thing is on this one, the nice thing is when you are in normal time mode, they're lying down, and when you look at the alarm, it wakes up. So the dog is putting its head up to say when you're looking at it, and then when you select the alarm, you go, yeah. So basically, you select the alarm, it turns up, and when you push the button, he wakes up and goes away. So we're currently set at 6:21. So again, same as before, I push the alarm button here, and then using the D-pad, I can then go 6, and then on this one, that's then your minute. So I'll set this quickly as I can to 6:22. Done. Hit the time button and turn the alarm on, so get the dog back. So that will now go off. So as we know, it's probably too slow, I've cancelled it. So let me just move it forward 1 minute. Alarm, move it forward a minute, time, re-put the alarm on. Right, okay, so I've had to reset that. We caught up, we'd already ticked over. So yeah, so in 1 minute's time that's going to go over. So the story, whilst we wait, the story behind this one is that the boy has finished hanging his laundry on the ropes to dry, and is taking a rest. Suddenly it becomes cloudy, the raindrops start falling. To prevent raindrops striking the laundry, move the rope quickly to the left or the right. And on this one you have 2 screens. So essentially you have the raindrops come down like this, and you'll move. There's the alarm going off now, and you can see the dog kind of almost barking as it does. So I'll stop the alarm and turn it off, so the dog will vanish. So the raindrops come down on both sides, and what you're doing is essentially moving up and downstairs and left and right to move the washing. So if I start that game 1 I'll go for, you can see I'm over here at the minute, and if I push the button, I move the washing left and right. I go upstairs, I move it left and right, and then I move to the other side of the house. You see the raindrop hit the washing there. So we'll start again. So I can see a raindrop on the left hand side. It's going to go through the middle. We're okay. Missed this one over here. Right, let me actually concentrate on this one. Right. So raindrops should go through the middle there. But it's down on the bottom, just move that out of the way. Up on the top there, move that out of the way. So anyway, you get the idea on that one, and you get your 3 lives, or however many lives as it says there, miss, and then that's that one. So nice condition inside, all working. All I'd say something very minor is when you look at if you really look hard, there's almost 2 lighter patches just there on the screen, but not like a bleed or anything. It's just I don't know, a lightening in the polarizing lens. So that's that one there. And moving on to the final one. So put rain show there is Zelda. So Zelda, this is this was released in August 1989. It was the last of the vertical multi-screens, and in total it was the 59th game, and its designation is ZL65. So condition wise, this is actually quite rare in terms that it still has its protective covering, you know, you'll kind of see through covering on top, as you can see. So if I move along there, you can see it there. So it hasn't actually been peeled off, so that's really good. So you've got that on the top, Game & Watch, multi-screen Zelda. We look on the back, again, nice condition. You've got the model number as mentioned, ZL65. And so yeah, nothing of mention, really nice. Open it inside, the white is nice and bright as well. We've got Zelda at the top, Game & Watch. Water of Life, that's just one of the kind of things when you're playing, you've got up, down, left, right, and you press down to drink the Water of Life. And slightly different, so you've got game, continue, and time, the all clear and the alarm, and an attack mode. So with this one, to know that to set the time, again, you just press the time and then the alarm button to set it. If we hold it down, it shows us that so currently it's saying the time is 8:26, which it isn't, and then it's saying the alarm for 5:06. So if we set the time now, so we're going to hold down alarm time, press alarm, and then that will allow us to use the D-pad to change the time. So I'm going to change this to, I think we were probably on around 5:26, aren't we? So do that. And then for the alarm, what I'm going to do again, so press the alarm button and change that to 5:27. Done. And the way you know it's on in this one is, I think she's described as a witch appears down here. So when the alarm is off, she vanishes, and when it's on, she comes back. So right now we've got time 5:27. In fact, where are we? Yeah, so with time 5:26, push it down 5:27, the alarm is going to be the alarm. So that will go off at any moment. This one's a bit more complex than the other two in terms of that you really play one of the games down here, and then you get a lot of information up here, and then you have a boss battle up here. So it really is a really nice game and watch version, this one. So I'm just going to wait till the alarm goes off, because surely it can't be more than 30 seconds, and whilst we do that, I'll just show you the condition. There we are. So there's the alarm, and we can see the witch down there doing a kind of action. So that's the alarm stopped, and I'll turn it off. So she's gone now. So yeah, what you have here is essentially you are down at the bottom here, and you're fighting a battle against, this is your enemy here. These guys try and stab you from underneath. So you use the attack button, or you hold it to hold the shield behind you. As you progress, a ladder will appear, and you move up the ladder, but you're still kind of just fighting here. And at the top, this will show your ladder progression as you go up. You'll also get a tomahawk, which you use to fight a dragon. A map, and the water of life essentially gives you extra life, and you press the down to re-energize. And then each time you beat the dragon, it will add a section to what's known as the Triforce, and you have to do all of those to rescue the princess. So I'll show you on here. So we start the game. This is me, left and right. Do that to attack. You try not to get stabbed underneath. You hold it down, the shield will go behind you. So move over here, attack that enemy. His health's gone down to 37. Move out the way of being stabbed underneath. Go over, stab the enemy a bit more, move out the way. When you stood still, you hold your shield out like that, as you just saw, so that was fine. So moving away, trying to draw that skeleton towards me. Then over, attack the baddie. And there's also kind of ghosts that come behind you. So there's that arrow I just deflected, but if you hold it down, it holds the shield behind you for when there's an enemy that attacks you from behind. So early days, so we can just kind of spam the button on this enemy. I just deflected that. Hopefully the enemy will come back and we can move on. Right, so just defeated that enemy. Got an extra life there, and then what you'll see is the two ladders. So I'm going to choose to go up this ladder, and you can see it's added a section on that map. And then as I fight now, you've got that person behind me just deflected, and it carries on. But essentially it's really nice because you get to fight here, you get the extra stuff of weapons and maps, and you get to fight a dragon. So it's just a really nice device. Of note, with all of these, you can't stop them when you're playing, although I know that says continue there. I don't think, without reading, well, you'd have to read the manual. I think so. It continues really when you've died, and then you press continue to continue. You can't stop the game when you're mid-flow, i.e. you can't just suddenly shut the device down or anything like that. You just have to die. So that's that one there. So in summary, this was 3 really nice Nintendo Game & Watch from we had the Rain Shower, which is the earliest of them. This was May 1982. That was the horizontal. Did we start off on that? I think we did. No, we started off on Oil Panic, didn't we? So we had Oil Panic, which was May 1982. That was one of the vertical ones. Nice condition, a slight bit of discoloration to the body and some of the bleed, but actually a much sought out after Rare Oil Panic. Then we had the Rain Shower, the LP 57. So Rain Shower came out in August 1983, and this one here was the horizontal one. So you're basically managing 4 sets of clotheslines from the rain. And then finally we looked at Zelda, which was August 1989, another vertical one, but as they kind of developed it, they became more complex in their game. So this had all the the extra stuff that went with it. It almost looks like you can close that and continue, but there we go. So all 3 of those, just with some replacement things, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Until the next one, all the best, take care and see you.